Hey gang, it's Revolt. I got another Dire Marsh full raid for you here today. It went real well, picked up 3 kills, and what I wanted to point out in each of these 3 kills is how me being careful, me paying attention, and me managing my noise profile let me have the upper hand in all these fights, even though I'm not a very mechanically gifted player. I got into the raid here, and I'm looking to go to maintenance. I need to go to maintenance because I'm looking for rods first and foremost here. If I ended up at a different POI, I would have looked for other crafting and bartering materials that I needed. Really just trying to advance my vendors here, not trying to progress my quest. I'm going all the way to the back of the building to make sure I've got control of what's behind me. It's super unlikely a player is going to be behind me at this point, and I can notice there's footsteps to the north there. I down him there. I actually don't even notice I did that, so I'm moving to catch him running away. So being quiet and listening won me that kill. They had no shot to defend themselves in this situation. Looted the body. I dropped the gun on the ground in case anyone tries to go through. They might not notice that. Really just reducing the ways anyone could hurt me in here. I've got this going sped up. Basically just looking for a pathway around the map. I'm hitting everywhere that I know a rod could spawn. And also looking for new places where a rod might spawn, like that bathroom. That explosion tells me that something's going on outside. I hear a runner moving around. I want to understand where they are. See if I can use this opportunity where they're weak, when they're reloading, to get an advantage in this fight. I see them looting the body. I immediately react. I'm looking to catch them going around. They double back. I know they're extremely weak. There's no reason not to push here. I should have reloaded there, probably. Worked okay. There's the second one. Again, a player looking the other direction when this fight starts. When I'm looting, notice that I'm looking for the eyes that appear on the loot icons, and I'm going to click those as fast as I can. Those are anything that I've been tracking, so I know I need those to progress my character. You'll notice I hit the tat here. I figure I've already made a ton of noise. It's not going to be a surprise to anyone that a player is here, so if I'm not giving myself away, there's no reason not to collect a little additional intel here. I would not have done that if there was no shooting. At this point, I feel like I've hit enough of the building to have a good shot to get any rods that I would find. My current plan is actually to leave the front of the building and hit the little bays out front and look for additional rods. You'll see my plans have to change. But I'm looking to move forward. I'm looking to avoid any of the poison plants out here. You see that I'm stopping, making room in the inventory for this plant. These are really, really useful because they can be bartered for 3 shield cells. I'm pushing up with the plan to climb up and start moving forward. And you'll see right out of the right corner of the screen, feet are going to appear. There they are. And there he is, another player looking the wrong direction, not ready for me because I was being quiet and I was keeping my eyes out. I got him with a grenade, didn't even expect to finish him like that, but it was great. He's trying to res, and I know that based on the high-pitched whirring noise I heard there. So I end that and I'm looting him. This is a really dangerous spot to loot. I'm very exposed. I've just made noise. So you'll see that I pause and I look around a bit. Whenever I hear anything slightly strange, I'm looking around. There was a plant right next to me, and that was making the majority of the noise that had me on edge, but I didn't want to get caught. At this point, I'm ready to get out of here. Didn't get all the rods I wanted, but it was very productive still, and I'm just gonna take what I've got and then run it back afterwards. I know this intersection is gonna be a hot spot. I know I'm gonna have to make noise to get out of here, there's no way around it. But because I'd already made noise recently, I figure I might as well just commit and get it done as fast as I can. Try and clear this out before players could get to me, rather than have them not know that I'm there in the first place. I could have made my life easier by using my search and destroy here, but I elected not to because I was worried that if players come, I was going to want every advantage I could for that fight because I was already going to be on the back foot. You'll see here, as soon as the last one's dead, I'm activating this. I don't need to stay there while it activates, so I'm walking away. I'm looking for an off angle that people may not expect. If somebody comes, they're going to expect me to be hidden, probably most likely in that truck closest to the exfil point, or maybe in the building, the blue building to my right there. I chose this one as an angle where people wouldn't be able to see me, and I would have an advantage if they were to walk around looking for me. Once the circle shows, I'm looking around, I notice there's a sniper up on the roof, I want to confirm that's not a player, and then I feel more comfortable knowing the sniper's there because he would be looking at players and giving me that forewarning. From there, I'm out. Easy peasy. That raid went well, obviously. And what I wanted to point out is this is a really good example of 3 players that were not ready for me, back to back to back, all because I managed my sound profile. Nobody knew I was there until it was too late. Nobody had a chance to fight me fair. And I was able to just get all my loot and get out. Anyone can do this with being a little careful and just listening to where people are coming from and being really, really careful not to make noises when you don't need to. So that's what I want to show you today. Thank you for coming to the video. I'll see you on the next one.